All right, what's up, guys? Looks like we are live. I hope you're all doing super well. I do apologize. I'm about 10 minutes behind today. I made a commitment this year to do a lesson, some sort of financial lesson, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to commit to that. If I'm a few minutes late because I have things going on, I apologize, but I will be here for you. So first I want to say, Happy New Year to everybody. I'm wondering how your New Year's resolutions are going. For anybody that does follow me on Instagram, I go to the gym a little bit early. Sometimes I like to just take little snapshots of what's going on in the gym at 3 or 4 in the morning. If you're following me the other week, I saw a couple of the New Year's resolution people there. And there's people sleeping, in the locker room. There's people sleeping in the sauna. And, I know they're trying to do the right thing, but going to the gym and sleeping doesn't help you accomplish your goals. So it's the same thing with your finances, okay? Saying you want to get your finances right this year and then, going in and just sleeping on them and not actually going in and doing the things that you need to do to be successful is not going to help you out. So what I want to do with these little lessons is I want to break it down so simple, so easy that I'm going to spend probably 3 to 5 minutes on most of them, maybe a little bit longer on some of the other lessons. But if you just do these little things just one at a time and just add them up, very, very shortly, you will have much better control. You will protect yourself a lot more financially and put yourself in a much better position to win in 2018, okay? So if you can see down the bottom of the screen there, I put up a website. It's called annualcreditreport.com. So here's what I want to talk about today. In 2017, if you heard of Equifax, they had an information leak. Okay, so Equifax is a credit company. There's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and there's another small one, but those are the three main ones that your credit report is going to get pulled from if you were to go apply for, a house, a car, an apartment. Okay, so these ones need to be completely dialed in and mistake-free. There's a big percentage of credit reports have mistakes. I think it's 20 or 30% and have at least one mistake on there. So here's what I want you to do this week immediately once you see this, okay? Is go to annualcreditreport.com and I want you to download at least one of your credit reports. You can get all three at this website for free once a year, okay? So there should be no excuses not to do this. You don't have to pay anything. If you get to a place and it's asking you to pay, that means they're trying to offer your score and they want to do monitoring. And so you don't need that right now. I don't want you to pay anything for that right now. What I want you to do is just get the free version of the credit reports. And I want you to download those and I want you to print them. And I want you to check every single account on there. First, make sure that all your accounts are in good standing. If they should be, if you've had late payments in the past, just verify that whatever's on there is correct. If it's correct, it's correct. It's actually illegal to try to fudge that and get things taken off that are real. So that's another side note. If anybody's trying to sell you credit repair services and telling you that they can take off bankruptcies that have been on there less than 7 years, they can take off old credit stuff, they can do all these different things. There's ways to do it, but you're technically breaking the law. So that's not what I want you to do. Okay, so what I want you to do is get your reports. And I would say pull all three if you haven't done this before. Once you do these first ones in 12 months, you can go in there again and get them. And then I want you to pull one report, every 4 months. So you're pulling all three reports every year. And I want you to review them, review them for errors, make sure everything there is correct. There's a lot of identity theft that has been going on. So getting back to the Equifax break, 145 million people's social security numbers were exposed on the market. Okay. So there's a very high chance that you're going to face some sort of identity theft at some point. It's so bad that the authorities are considering actually switching away from the social security number system because it's an old system, but two, that's almost everybody, that's of adult age in America has had their social security number exposed. Okay. So, it could lead to a lot of problems. So what you need to do is actually watch out for yourself. Once you pull the reports, you're going to get an option there as well to actually set credit alerts. If you're not planning on buying anything, getting a car finance, getting a credit card, or getting a house anytime soon, you can actually call each of them and just lock down the credit bureau. That's what I recommend doing. It's $5 each bureau. I recommend you call them and just lock them all. because in all honesty, it's going to be much harder for someone to get your information if they're all locked down. Okay. So if you're going to need it shortly, maybe wait, but I would still say put the fraud alert on each of these credit bureaus. So what that's going to do is you're going to put in your name and phone number where you want them to contact you if someone ever tries to run your credit. Okay. So the benefit to that is that if someone tries to, open a credit card in your name or buy a car in your name or anything like that, there's going to be, when they go to run your credit to get you approved, there's going to be a notification that comes up and they're going to have to call the number that's on there to get that approved. So if you are, there, it won't be a problem. And I do always recommend putting, a cell phone number. I've seen people put their house number and then they're out trying to buy, a car or whatnot, and the phone number is calling their house. That doesn't really help you out too much if nobody's home because you're out trying to do this. So put your cell phone number so that they can contact you in case you do need to verify that, okay? So that's what I want you to do this week. Don't make any excuses. Make sure you get it done. It's free. It should take you anywhere from like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get all 3 reports, a few more minutes to review them. If you have questions on how to review the reports, definitely shoot me a message. I'm happy to help you review that. But it's pretty straightforward. It'll tell you, if everything's green, and it'll say okay on all the greens. That's good. If you see anything red, that probably means you have a late of some sort. Verify if that is correct. If it is not correct, then you want to dispute that. And to dispute the items, if you see anything on there that is false, you want to actually dispute these things in writing, okay? You have the option to dispute them right online right there. But I always recommend you actually dispute them in writing because that actually has a higher standard of, one, making sure that everything gets done because you're going to send those to the credit bureaus, return receipt requested. You want to send those certified mail, but then you know for sure that they got your request. They actually have to verify everything back to you in writing as well. So that can take a little bit longer for them, but it's a better way to protect yourself. Okay, if you do it online, it's pretty easy for them to just wipe it out, disregard it, and say, no, it's verified. Okay. So, other than that, if you have questions, I'm going to be here every week doing a little bit of lessons, but, protecting your identity is super important. So get this thing done, do this week. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Talk to you soon, guys. Have a great week.